Hello, everyone. Welcome back. This is Rando Geek. We have an update regarding Amazon Prime. So, for those of you that don't know this already, Amazon Prime has decided to start showing ads as part of their Prime Video packaging. This idea was pitched a little while ago, and they just recently started doing this in January. A lot of customers are very upset about this. When I first heard about this, and I reported the news here on this channel, I wasn't really a big fan of it. Now, the alternative to them showing ads would be raising prices on Prime memberships. So Amazon says they did not want to do this because there's a lot of customers that have the Prime membership that actually don't use Prime Video. And I agreed with that. I said, better to just, I guess, if you have to do something, put ads on Prime Video, because raising the prices on the Prime membership would be even worse. Because again, there are many consumers that have Prime memberships that do not watch Prime Video. They just don't take advantage of it. It's not something they're interested in for whatever the reason may be. Maybe they watch their shows and movies through cable, or they use Netflix, or they have some other means of streaming their media content. So it looks like some of these angry consumers have decided that they're not happy with Amazon for doing this, and they're attempting to sue them. So the headline here is Amazon Prime Video slapped with class action lawsuit over introduction of ads. We're going to go ahead and go through this story. It's very short. So they're saying some Amazon Prime customers were angry enough at Prime Video's introduction of ads that they decided to take legal action. The retail giant is facing a proposed class action lawsuit, which was filed on Friday, that alleges it breached its terms of service and misled customers by introducing ads into Prime Video service and then requiring users to pay $2.99 to get rid of them. This is according to The Hollywood Reporter, which they said was first spotted the lawsuit and posted a copy of the lawsuit on its website. Amazon turned on the ads, of course, to its Prime Video service after telegraphing the move a few months earlier. Executives said that the ads would allow Amazon to continue investing in content without having to raise the price of the service. Unlike other subscription streaming services, Prime Video is, of course, a feature tied to the online retail company's Prime service, so raising prices could have meant charging people who don't even use the service a higher rate. But beyond the introduction of ads, the new standard service also dials back sound and picture quality. A spokeswoman for the company declined to comment, of course. They're saying the lawsuit alleges Amazon was being deceptive since customers now have to pay the additional $2.99 to get the same feature that was promised to them earlier. A Prime subscription costs $14.99 a month or $139 a year if paid annually. So it looks like there's a statement here made by the lawsuit, or whoever is, presenting this lawsuit. They said, based on Amazon's advertisements, reasonable consumers who subscribe to Amazon Prime before the change reasonably expected that their Amazon Prime subscription would include ad-free streaming of movies and TV shows for the duration of the subscription. They're saying that, noting that the practices were deceptive. The lawsuit seeks monetary damages as well as a ban prohibiting Amazon from pursuing the deceptive content as allowed by law. All right, so interesting that this is going on. Whether or not this will hold any weight in a court of law, I don't know. Amazon is a very large company. They can simply just pay a very large amount of money and get this lawsuit dropped in just the snap of a finger. So I don't know if anything will come of this. Perhaps it's a wake-up call for Amazon to stop doing things like this. Amazon is a very large company. It's a little hard for us to believe that they really need to start showing ads in order to keep up with, the profit that is earned off of Prime Video, to be able to continue to offer it as part of their Prime membership. But again, these companies, when they do these things, they're not thinking just about what their profits are today. They're looking at the foreseeable future, and they're also trying to remain competitive with other streaming services. They're watching Netflix raise their prices. They're watching Disney raise their prices, and Max, and etc. So just like with wireless carriers, they all copy each other because none of them want to be offering content cheaper than another. Although that used to be the way people got most of the customers. That was T-Mobile's model for years. They would sell their plans cheaper than AT&T and Verizon. And in the early days, T-Mobile cleaned house because of that. But some will say that they've sold themselves short. They could have made a lot more money if they didn't do that. They depreciated their value per se by doing that. So I guess, Amazon being a household name as it is, doesn't want to follow that trend and doesn't want to, what they feel, sell themselves short. In no way am I defending this move. I am against it. I don't think you should have to pay to have an ad-free experience. I think they should have left it. I think if anything, it could have been something that was for newer customers. I believe this is for everybody going forward. Now, I could be wrong. I believe this is for all customers that have a Prime membership. I'd like to know your thoughts down below in the comment section, how you feel about this lawsuit here, whether or not you think it will do anything at all. It is interesting to see consumers stepping up and trying to take action against these large companies. It's good for them, should we say, a round of applause for trying to teach them a lesson. I don't think it's going to hold weight in court. I think Amazon is too large of a company, and they will probably have this case dismissed immediately by simply just paying off, whoever they need to pay off in order to just get this done with. But it's still interesting. And I really don't see the purpose of this. I feel like they should have just left it as is, at the very least, for the previous customers. If they maybe wanted to add this in, they could have done it for new coming customers. I don't like when you make changes to customers' accounts that were already dependent on it, that were already used to it. Now you're basically telling people that have been probably Prime members for a while, probably years or so, that you're now going to have to pay $3 more a month if you want the same exact content you were already getting. Of course, consumers are going to be upset. But some will say, well, times are changing, costs are going up, and that's just the way the cookie crumbles. And you're not wrong, but that doesn't make it right. So anyway, I'll leave it at that. As always, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching, and we'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.